Welcome, friends, to the Soul Talk podcast, a show where we explore and uncover the path to the heart, amplifying your conscience. Join me as we meet incredible souls who are in this journey and learn from their experience and different methods that will make you vibrate your heart. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. This is Monica Ramirez, the Warrior of Love. And thank you for being here in this celebration of the Lion's Gate. Every year we wait for this beautiful day. And I don't know everyone, well, I know that is one person from the three of us that knows better about the Lion's Gate, and she's going to give the explanation. Her name is Maryanne Savino. And she is an amazing human being, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about who she is, and let her explain about the Lion's Gate.
So back in 2004, I had not heard anything. I didn't know anything about that. So I was just kind of playing around. I was checking my email, and I was on different email lists for different spiritual groups and people and practices and things, because we did not have social media really back then. I think we had MySpace, but MySpace didn't do what Facebook does, and you know, Telegram and you know that. So anyway, long story short, I received, and it was, I guess it must have been around the time of my birthday, July the 26th, because it was a few days before that I received the newsletter from Celia. And she had a beautiful article about something called the Lion's Gate. And I thought, wow, what is that? So I started to read it. And in my heart, I felt this incredible energy. I said to myself, I have no idea what this is. I've never even heard of it. I don't remember hearing anything in any of the spiritual practices that I practiced over the years. So I started to search online, because I started asking people, have you ever heard of anything called the Lion's Gate, with the constellation of Sirius and the Earth and the Sun? And I was talking a little bit about, and people were looking at me like I had three heads on my shoulders. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, okay. So I was searching and searching. There were only two things that came up. It was Lionsgate Films, which had nothing to do, at least as far as I know, with this Lionsgate that we're talking about, and Celia's article. So I said, okay. I received more information from her over like the course of maybe a year or two. I think it was in 2004 that she first started putting it out. And then around 2006, I was working for a wellness center, and because it was the year 2006, that comes out to an 8 in numerology. And so I said, well, this is now a 888 Stargate. So I started searching, looking, is there anybody in the New York City area having any kind of an event? Is there anybody? Nobody, nothing. I checked every place that I knew of that had groups that I had been to, was asking around, nothing. So my boss at the time said to me as she was walking out, why don't you have an event on it? I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't know what I would do. And she's like, of course you do. Trust your heart. So she left, and I'm standing there, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, I decided to go ahead and be a bold, brave Leo, and I had my very first Lionsgate event at her center, and it was a beautiful event with wonderful people, you know, connecting through the heart, working with sound vibration and prayer and just community, and it was really lovely. So over the course of the years, I kept on learning more about it from Celia, and still I hadn't noticed anybody else putting anything out there about it. So long story short, in 2017, because from the time of 2006 to 2017, little by little, more and more people were putting things out about it. But I noticed they were using Celia's information from her article and not really mentioning that it came from her. So I decided to reach out to her, and I sent her an email and said, can I ask you something? Are you the first person to give information on the Lion's Gate? And I explained to her why, and she said, I can't believe that you noticed that, because yes, I am. And I said, well, because, and I said, I feel that there wasn't any other information except from you until everybody started bringing information out about it, but it was your information from your website. And she said, yes, I know people take my stuff and use it, but I don't care, because I'm so glad that people are getting together. It's my contribution to bring this gateway out. Now, I was excited because I thought it's wonderful that people are coming together to share with this beautiful gateway. There's a lot of controversy around it. I'm not going to go into all of that because I want to keep that away from the beautiful energy that we're creating right now. Based on Celia's experience with it, there is an alignment that takes place with the constellation of Sirius, the great central sun, and the Earth. From July the 26th, really the 25th, because that's the day out of time. And on the 26th of July is the Galactic New Year, when we begin anew based on the Mayan calendar. From that time to the peak of today, there's this alignment taking place energetically. And then it commences, it closes on the 12th of August. So we have July the 25th and 6th, kind of where it starts to brew a little bit. The 8th is where we peak today. And on the 12th, it completes. Now, I'm going to bring this part up because I feel in my heart this is what's coming up. And there are quite a bit of astrologers and other people who are saying that it's fake, it's not real, it's man-made, it's new age woo-woo. I understand why they're saying that, because technically, based on the information that I've gotten and what I've looked at, there isn't anything showing that there's this alignment astrologically speaking. Now, there are also some astrologers who follow there. Don't forget, there's many different paths of astrology. We have the Western, we have the star astrology, we have Vedic astrology. There's all these different forms of astrology. It's so confusing because according to some of the astrologers right now, they're claiming that the sun is currently in Cancer and anyone born from these specific dates. So apparently I'm a Cancer, not a Leo. I don't agree with that. I looked into it. I was just saying, okay, we all have to follow what we resonate with. And that's the word I want to bring up, resonance. No matter what anybody says, even what I'm saying right now, if anything, if you could just take one thing, resonance. What do you feel inside of you, whether you connect to an eclipse or a stargate or an equinox, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. Whatever you resonate with, I think, is the most important thing. I'm a little bit, I want to say, hurt by the fact that there are people bashing it and calling it what they're calling it and saying that it's not real. Well, I understand because there's no empirical evidence based on astrology. Now, that's fine if you need to see that. I personally, and this is because it's my experience, I'm not pushing my belief on anyone, the moment that I read that article for the very first time back in 2004, I felt something upon reading it and then tapping into it. And I knew that sometime, you feel something like that. And then I had to say to myself, later on, when this is all going on with the, bashing, it really doesn't matter, because it's not about up here and looking at charts. Even though I honor and respect astrology, I love the path of it, I follow it. But sometimes we have to go with faith. We have to go with our feeling. And if it feels good to you, then why not? So I'm going to leave it at that, because I feel that each of us are on our own journey, our own unique, rare, amazing, beautiful, incredible journey of this life as a human, human being, soulful life that we're having. We're all walking this path in our own lanes, but yet we're walking together. So, we want to attract our tribe, our beings who connect with us on a deep level. And I think that go with your feelings on it. There's no bashing or hurting each other or saying things like this is all woo woo and none of it is real. It's real to those of us who believe in it. So believe in your own magnificence. Believe in the wisdom of your soul and that it's guiding you. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to follow what doesn't feel right. But let's not bash something because we don't understand it or we don't resonate with it. It's okay. We don't have to. We are in a pivotal time on Mother Earth. This ascension journey is getting more and more intense. Coming together in sacred ceremony can only enhance our lives and bring us deeper into our divinity, but not just personally. Yes, in some sense, yes, but collectively. So with that, I want to say I'm grateful to each of you, those who support me and what I offer and who I am. I'm so blessed and grateful to each of you for honoring. I know some of you saw my post the other day on Facebook. I kind of got a little bit of my feisty New York Leo came out, and I think it needed to, because it actually stirred up quite a bit. I had no idea that I was going to do that. But I said, well, I went with the feeling, and the feeling said, go, girl. And I did. I took my power and I stood in it. And I love and respect and believe in those that weren't comfortable with it and didn't feel right about it. Okay, have your voice, but let me have my voice too. Let's give each other the space to have our voices. Even if we don't agree, let's honor that we're each on our own unique path. We're all headed in the same direction. And that direction is to source within ourselves, in our communities, in the cosmos. Let's honor that we're each doing something wonderful to hopefully create a better future for life here on Mother Earth for as long as we're here.
Karyn, do you have something, or else I would like to jump in? Would you like to say something about the gate before?
Hi, I'm Karyn Janelle Davis. Absolutely lovely to connect in with everyone. Observing, feeling into the utter chaos of our world, the glorious nature of different people's perspective. I don't know about you, but inside of me, I can even be at odds with myself around something sometimes. My head might say something, my heart might say something else, my body just might not want to participate at all. And this is the magnification or the beautifulness of what is happening in our energy fields anyway at the moment. Whatever framework or gateway we come through for a belief or a set of structure, or I think we have a word called katepai. It is all good. It is all good, because it's how we make meaning of something that really matters. Whatever the filters are of our learnings, however we've applied them, whatever has given us reason, whatever has pulled us in information, whatever has enthralled us, got our juices going, or felt connection within ourselves and other people, and we've had good conversations, good kōrero, good connections where we feel like we're more than just one individual being. I love it. I love that the chaos in and of itself is showing up in such a way of even the fact that a belief should be one way.
right.
Beliefs are really like a set of clothes. I mean, they're like a wardrobe that we can get up and change. I can talk with my dad, different generation, to my children. Of course, different generation. There's 3 generations there. And even though in an essence of something, we'll all come to an agreement, or at least have our version of that, we have different life experiences that we bring to it. We have different portals, if I can use it like that, portals, gateways of information. If it's my dad, it is completely biblical. And that is his portal, that is his gateway. And if it's one of my children, it could be whatever they're hot on at the moment. And of course, I have my gateways too of conversation to connect. So also, any point where we can have a reason to celebrate, to come together, I'll show up when the energy feels good. And if there's a little bit of chaos along the way, that is beautiful too, because often that is the evolutionary alchemistic moment. So thank you for drawing us together. Love the fact that the technology is all over the place. Love the fact that we didn't get it right. Love the fact that we're showing up raw, real, imperfect, perfectly, gloriously beautiful in this space. And hello to you. Hello to us. And thank you.
Thank you, both of you, Karyn and Maryanne. I really appreciate those words because, yes, we all forget that as human beings we were born with the right of the free will and the right to choose whatever we desire, whatever is best for us, or whatever lesson we wanted to take. And that's our right to make mistakes or not make mistakes. But whatever we feel, it is a mistake. And whatever we set our intention, it is what is we're gonna create. And we have that right. Yes. And as we do, as everybody do at the same time, but we forget what it happens in the Lion's Gate. So what happens in the Lion's Gate, we're releasing whatever we want to release, whatever doesn't help us or serve us anymore. And today is the cusp of that day that we're releasing, but at the same time we are attracting way faster whatever we want to create. So setting our intentions in whatever we want to believe, it is very important in this moment because it is the cusp of the Lion's Gate. And if you focus your attention in positive things, in things that actually are you want to bring to your life, it is what is gonna project right now faster. That Lion's Gate also helped the humanity for the ascension. So this is gonna help us to increase, well, the energies. You already have felt it for a few days. I have troubles to sleep last night. I didn't.
Yeah.
It was impossible. So the energies are really dropping in every single human being, awake or not awake. And the good thing about it, it is that many of the people that they're still not aware of energies, of all these energies, are gonna feel it today. And it's a matter of choice to wake up or not, to become responsible of feeling the energies or not. It's a matter of choice. But your body is gonna feel it. And that's part of the ascension. So, Maryanne, I know you have more information than I do, but this is what I feel, and I could not sleep last night. So
Monica, you're spot on. Yeah, no, these energies. So let me tell you what exactly is happening. And keep in mind, I've been following this since 2004. It's almost 20 years. So I've gone through the gamut of experiences with these portals, and they are absolutely real. You can feel it in the body and in your life. I mean, there's no way, if you're not paying attention, then there's something you're not in your body. The energies are streaming in. They're streaming in from the great central sun. They're streaming in from the sun, from everywhere in the cosmos, really. When these energies are streaming in, especially, like I said, during a stargate, during an eclipse, whatever it is, but in particularly this particular gateway, imagine that this light is coming in. It's now entering your aura, your field. It's now hitting into the meridians, the chakras, all the areas that are dense, that we're holding on to in our DNA, that may be from past lifetimes, from childhood traumas, whatever it is. It's coming in and it's pushing on these dense, what I call ancestral imprints. It pushes on them to dislodge them so we can release them. What happens, there's a lot of resistance sometimes because it can be really physically and emotionally uncomfortable. It affects the nervous system in particularly, all the systems, but I've noticed most people, it affects the nervous system. You're not sleeping, you're having anxiety, you're getting headaches, digestive problems, you're feeling spacey. Remember that in order for us to shift our consciousness to a new level of higher frequency, we're not going up and outside of ourselves. Ascension is not about going up and out. It's about staying inside, coming into the heart, and coming back down into the earth, and to embody. There is definitely no bypassing this ascension journey. These stargates are opportunities for us to move through our ascension journey with help. They're helping us. It may not always feel good, but it's necessary. It is a rebirthing, a processing of, as I said, delayering, taking all these layers of who we thought we were, to release them into source energy, to let them go and release them and dissolve them into source. What happens sometimes, most of the time, our shadow aspects, because with light coming in, it's not all woo-woo fun and games. The other side of light is shadow. You know, you have Leo and you have Scorpio. It's like perfect example of shadow and light. You know, we avoid, we escape, we hide, perhaps because we weren't taught to love ourselves. We didn't receive the love that our souls yearned for. When we were little, from other lifetimes, we carried in ancestral wounds from our lineages that didn't get healed, and now we are the ones carrying it to release it. So with this Lion's Gate, a lot of people talk about the abundance energy, which it is. It is abundance, and it's not just financial abundance. It's abundance of many things, of health, of love, of creativity, of support, of unity consciousness, of compassion, of learning and remembering to have understanding and acceptance, like that I am taking this journey, and sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes I hit up against a wall and I don't know what to do. When the shadow comes in and it starts tugging on you and you're now wanting to run for the hills because it's really uncomfortable. You have trouble breathing, you're feeling suffocated. You're feeling like the world is coming, the Tower card, things are going to crash onto you. Well, this is the soul shaking us up to wake us up, to help us remember who we really are, to help us to remember that when we chose to be here at this time in humanity, we were the bravest of the brave to show up here at this time to help Mother Earth, to help each other, even to help ourselves. This light comes in, it's going to hit those dense shadow areas. All the shadow wants is to be acknowledged, to be loved, to be accepted. If we can turn toward that shadow, that we avoid, that we're escaping sometimes. And it's okay. You know, by the way, escaping, avoidance, putting a Band-Aid over the wound, sometimes we have to do this to survive. It's a way to cope through the challenges. I don't have a problem when I see people doing that, or myself, because I realize I used to be very hard on myself. Oh, stop escaping, face your pain. Sometimes you can't. It's painful to the point where there's anguish. Easy for somebody to tell you, well, you need to face your pain because, well, you know what? Yeah, and maybe today is not the day. Maybe today is the day that I can just surrender until I'm ready to step in and face it. Don't be harsh on yourselves. You know, remember to give love to the places that hurt. Because all the shadow wants is to be loved, accepted, acknowledged. You see that shadow piece, like, let's say, you know, some people say, well, shadow is a lower vibration. Well, in a sense, yes, it is. But how would you know high vibration and light without your shadow? You would not. So therefore, it's showing up to help us find our light, to help us remember that we are worthy of love because we were born as love. So the shadow tugs on the sleeve and says, please, please pay attention. Please, you know, give me love too. It's like loving your shadow into the light. So this scorpionic Leo energy, I call it, it's like doing this dance of integration. I feel like the Lionsgate, in a sense, does that, even though we are currently in Leo season. Right now, I feel within the Leo energy, there is definitely like a scorpionic energy coming in to help us remember. We showed up here with an incredible gift, and many, not just one, but many gifts inside of ourselves. And we came here to share them, but also I want to talk about the ancient practices and the ancient ways, and why some people were bashing the Lionsgate, because they say, oh, we have to go back to, you know, if it doesn't have roots, it's not real. That's not true. But I understand where they're coming from. I myself have said this. What I'm learning and remembering, the ancient paths, the ancient ways, the beauty about them is that they hold roots. There's history. There's stuff there that's rich and incredible and wonderful. And even when it's not wonderful, it's wonderful. Here's my thing about it, though. It's from the past. We are in a new day, a new world, moving forward into the unknown of whatever. We have no idea. So I'm saying it's not about just the ancient ways or the woo-woo new age, but bringing them together. Because when you take the ancient paths, you bring them into this moment because they have their roots and it's solid. But if you don't add the new energy, you know, the new, you want to call it new age, then you're just living in the past. But if you bring the two together and you find a way to integrate them, you birth something very new. You plant a seed, you create something very new, so that when you move forward into the future, you have a beautiful balance of shadow, light, mother, father, God, goddess. It has to come together in harmony. We have to remember that, yes, we have ancient ways and we have the new, and that they really do come together for really good reasons that we sometimes can't see.
Karyn, please.
I've got a photo behind me. And I think this is a lovely physical Mother Earth showing us what Maryanne is sharing and what Monica's heart's desire to bring everyone together. This photo is a real one. It's not real, but that's of the property that we live on. And you'll see there, if I move over, you'll see there that there are parts where the sun has not yet come over into the valley, and the valley is still in shade. The valley is still in shade, and yet what happens during the day is the sun comes up and over and then moves forward, and the shadow, where the shadows lay on each rise or each hill, changes during its ascent as it moves across the sky. Now, this is us as well on any one day as we move through different connections with ourselves, different connections with other people. As attention, let's think about attention like the sun, where we bring our attention to. So what we've said today is, let's gather together on one platform, and eventually we all got onto the same platform, and bring our attention into the one space to, my word is going to be ignite, to join, because one, attention is powerful. 2, 3 is more powerful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is where we literally step outside of time, space, reality. It doesn't matter about the time or the space. Because here I am in New Zealand on the 9th of August at 11 something or other. And your date in America is the 8th. So right here we are already the beautiful, exquisite approach to different perspective. In my heart, I mean, I can feel some people really connecting in right now, because we've just moved out of time-space reality. It is an agreement to enter through a time-space. That's how we bring our attention into it. Now, the magic of the alchemy of us all connecting in, and I love what Maryanne said, not just reaching out to the stars, but actually coming in, because it doesn't matter which way you go. This is the glorious thing. You can't F it up. You just, no matter what happens, it is the perfect place. The aches, the pains, the ouchies. Oh my God, I don't love them either. And the sun comes up and there's a new moment. Our attention shifts and there's a new moment. And I have nothing else to say or bring or offer today other than to witness you, to feel you, to feel our joint connection when we all give up our meaning making, our judging, our trying to be something, and just to sit with you across time, space, reality through this virtual platform in our real approach to our life 3D vision that we have. And even outside of that, and that's what I'm here for today. So the ritual, the ceremony itself is the deeper connection past the limitation of our mind. The ceremony itself is our attention and our souls merging together in a symphony. Outside of what I say, or Maryanne says, or Monica says, or anyone says on our beautiful chat, it is the unspoken communication that happens when our souls meet. And our cells can come up to speed because the new encoding can happen just naturally. And I love you all, and I thank you for your presence into this time-space reality and across time.
I would like to add something that I was hearing right now, my guides talking to me. It's about to clearing the past to bring it to the present. And they were meaning cleaning the family lineage on today. what they're going to be doing, these energies, because everything is flourishing up at the same time, what I'm hearing. It is things from the past, triggers from the past, they're coming up, and they're coming up because they're coming to clear precisely that part of all of us. And it has to do with our family lineage. The same triggers that right now are the same triggers that our ancestors had. And the ones they deal with them, they're already gone. They don't need to be clear. But the ones they didn't deal with it, it is up to each one of us to clear that family lineage so it don't repeat in the future. So that energy is also here. So if you are feeling triggered, ask yourself why I'm feeling triggered. Because you're going to observe the same pattern. That everything is about patterns. And you're going to observe the same pattern right now that your ancestors had. The same limitations, the same fears, the same anger or triggers. So it is now presented to you because, like I mentioned before, it was time to clear out the house, clear out even our family lineage. And many of us, when we ask what we want, we think we don't deserve it. Well, that is part to clear out, because you're not going to obtain whatever you wish are there. I don't care how many affirmations you do a day, how many meditations you do a day, if you don't feel you deserve it. So it is time to clear that out. Because if you're here, in this moment, in this plane, it is because it's important your presence. No one can do what you do as you do it. We all sign up for being in here, in this timeline, in this 3D, having all the issues and all the pain that we have, traumas and whatever, because we were going to learn and we were going to overcome it. We were not going to be sent more than we could handle it. So have compassion for you and for your own ancestors. And so like that you don't repeat the patterns that haven't worked in the past. It's not going to work in the future. So it is time to break those patterns so you can overcome that and you have a different life experience. So when you ask things for yourself, ask things that you really want. Not what are the things that you think you deserve. Because the things that you think that you deserve, it is just what outside of you told you what you can have, but not about you. You have accepted those programs from the society. It can come from your parents, it can come from authority figures, governments, whatever it is. It doesn't matter, because it really do not matter. It is what you have accepted for yourself. And if you have accepted lesser for yourself before, well, maybe it's the time today to let that go, because you deserve it. We don't came here to suffer. We don't came here to perpetuating the pain for more generations to come. We came here to become free, to learn, grow and expand, and be happy and have that connection with the same source energy. And that's a matter of choice. Hi everyone, this is Monica Ramirez, the Warrior of Love. And I wanted to talk to you about Path to the Heart. That is a transformational system that I created, that it goes in 3 levels. And at the end, even you receive a certificate as a healer and a channeler. But let's start from Path to the Heart level 1, that is transformational metamorphosis, like my book. That is precisely the Path to the Heart level 1. And the Path to the Heart level 1, it is because many of us, I used to feel like that. Even as a Reiki master and learning so many techniques, every time I work with a client, I did not felt that I did enough or that I was good enough. And yes, that came from a childhood trauma that started there, because I was overachiever. I always trying to prove myself to others. And I was people pleaser because I was too afraid to stay alone, or people will leave me if I was completely me. I have a lot of resentment to myself for all the mistakes that I have done in the past. And I bet many of you have felt the same way as I used to feel. Well, in Path to the Heart, we are going to be working with the shame, with the blame, blaming others, because a person that is not responsible of their own actions, it is going to be very hard that they can move forward and actually change their life. We have to start owning our things. And in Path to the Heart, you will learn how to start owning your things, but not only stay there, okay, I did it. Yes, and now what? Now you have to learn to forgive yourself for making the choices that you did, and forgive others, because you're going to start seeing others in a very different way. You're going to learn to become the observer of your own thoughts and your own emotions, and letting go all that shame and blame that is being keeping you stuck. And at the same time, the fears is a limiting belief, because I work as an NLP deep inside in theta level. And I explain all this, and we work in theta level with activations and meditations. We have a group also where it's going to be supporting you, people that are working with themselves in the same level. And how many of you also have got stopped because what other people will think about you? So the judgments of others can affect you if you let them. And you're going to learn in this program how you're going to let go the judgments of others. So like that, you really will feel free and empower yourself. So like that, you make better choices and be less reactive. And first of all, you're going to learn how to love with yourself and love your life that you have right now. The second level, it is about clearing family lineage, removing vows and contracts that we all do every time we speak. And I'm going to finish the second level with a soul retrieval. You're going to be bringing those fragments of soul that you have left because of fear, shame, or blame, or grief. We are going to bring those parts of yourself, so like that it can get integrated to your own self. The third level is about learning how to channel and learning all the types of channeling. And we do a lot of practicing there, but not only there, we stay. You're going to learn how to heal at the same time your own clients in a theta level. And the good part about my program, A Path to the Heart, it is that you can integrate all the techniques that you have learned before from Reiki, from different modalities and so forth, and you can integrate them in my program. So if you are interested, just give me a call and let's have a chat. And I will be more than happy to have a discovery call with you. It's a 30-minute call. This is a program that it is for coaches and healers and yoga teachers and massage therapists, people that work already with energy, people that already are working with themselves, but they don't know how to continue moving forward. So if this program is calling you, give me a call. My name is Monica Ramirez, the Warrior of Love.
Okay, so we're going to start. And just everybody get comfortable. Find a comfortable position that works for you. Start to, relax your body. Feel any tension that may be stored in the body. Start to take inhalations and exhalations to release any tension that you may be holding on to. Breathing in and out. Breathing in peace, love, and harmony. And letting go of any tension, stress, or worry. Feeling the essence of your beautiful being within. Feeling the connection to your physical body. Feeling your hands, your feet, whatever you're sitting on or lying on. Feel yourself being held. Really feel the connection with your body. Notice any sensations physically that you may be feeling. And the more you relax, the more you let go, the deeper you go. And as we're going deeper, I call upon the beautiful Syrian stargate with the royal lions of Sirius. Call upon Mother, Father, God, all of the archangels, our ancestors, our allies, all of our spirit guides who wish to be here in this sacred ceremony to hold space with us. Calling in Mother Gaia, the fairy realm, the elementals, the four-legged and the winged ones, surrounding us, guiding us and blessing us. Calling in our own beautiful divine being within each of us as we bring our attention to our heart space. Breathing into our hearts. Feeling the beautiful pulsations that are in our heart space. And then starting to feel that energy move down our torso, through our pelvis, through our hips, thighs, and legs, and out through our feet. Making a beautiful connection to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. To the soul star, to the earth star chakra, to the heartbeat of Mother Gaia, to her beautiful womb pulse rhythms, connecting that to our own hearts and starting to bring her beautiful essence up through us, through the feet, legs, hips, torso, up into our heart. Now we're merging with Gaia, really feeling the pulse rhythms, bringing that up, up, up into the cosmic forces through the soul star, the solar, the galactic, starlight, cosmic essence of the great womb of the great mother of the universe with the Holy Father. Making that beautiful connection that we are the vehicle, the bridge between heaven and earth. We are firmly planted in Mother Earth, and our connection to cosmic forces is expanding and opening. And now there's a dance of heaven and earth through our body in an infinity symbol, flowing to us, through us, and from us. Breathing, feeling, sensing. I am grounded and rooted. I belong. I am blessed. I am loved. I am at peace in my body. I connect my heart to your heart. My pulse rhythms to your pulse rhythms. Dancing in unity. Flowing, breathing, being. Feeling, sensing, knowing. Offering a divine transmission of the soul's language to each and every one listening now or later. May you receive this, and may it give you whatever it is that your soul and heart desires. And if you choose not to receive it, that is fine too. Holding you in the light, grounding into Mother Earth. We feel you, we see you, we believe in you. Kuroshtane setar kusheteri sanufira. Inasu shiza lo mosotoi I karosono shaisana ya. Anturi vasa lua kansi jizaruta su shei kasunia ya. Meshana suva kasui shella isatar kusono noijia. Nzun, zi, zanzun, zanzin, zanzun, zanzin, zanzura. It's a big clearing coming through to release anything and everything that may not be serving us, but with gentleness. I hear that word, gentleness. Gentleness coming through us, restoring us, filling us with unconditional love, helping us to remember that we are love. Atura visa koshatan osekatui ishia masunia. Alum aravasu koshona siala ujin zansuro doia. Emusu kushematu revise akula sondori shakasai irata. Kansuri vasa lum arudar, arudar, arudar. Enukushatai ira nasovea ia. We tell you to please drink plenty of water for the next day or two, as this continued healing will go on and on for the next 24 hours. You are receiving these light codes because you are ready. You are receiving this light to help you remember who you are. We give you thanks as we turn this over to the next beautiful vessel. Yaranu uravasha kwa isa tua. Amen.
Amen. So our bodies of water, be that of earth, be that of the oceans, be that of the rivers, be that of the lakes, be that of our own body being, be that of the air that also holds water particles. We speak to the water particles within and without. The memories or clarities, let's bring forward an awareness, a connection to the deep wellspring of water, salt and fresh. Allowing the support inside and outside of the body being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic and vibrational. Information passing effortlessly, renewing easily, igniting with splendor. Water reflects, supports the light, magnifies, also allows the shift, or I'm going to use the word distortion, for movement, for relevance for individuals. Just feel the bodies of water within you. Sense into beyond and yet deep individual. If it's easier to witness this in a bubble of concept in your mind, a bubble of water, a droplet of water, or if it's easier to see it as a mass, we invite the witness of each individual wholeness, which is we, to bear witness to the vast, vast, here we go, essence of receiving. Receive as water. Whatever your balance, whether it's salt water or fresh water, or the combination, receive and be supported as you move through. Earth, air, water, fire. And we pass on to the next guardian.
Going directly to the practice system of every single human being. Directly where all the programs have been created and accepted by each individual. Deep inside of there, we're gonna bring these waters and we're gonna clear out any acceptance unconsciously of the programs, unconsciously of the programs that do not help any more of the humanity. And they created distortions and limiting beliefs and the distortion of separation. Because this is the time that we see ourselves unified between our inner child and the higher self, because we are all one at the same time. And that distortion have created that separation within each one of us. And it is time to unify every single part of us, because at the end, every single being, it is one with the same universe and source. So we help in this moment to unify all the parts of us, because we always been worthy, we always been loved, we always been light. With our shadow and our light. And we remove the separation. That is just a program that has been accepted. But now it is time to remove that, so we can feel our own heart and thought that is the same, that it is creating a reality without the division, without that illusion that we are separated. It is time to feel one with our, not only with our higher self and our inner child, with the same source energy, that we are one. And we just have to accept it or not, because that's a matter of choice. And we have to decide if we want to accept that. We bring peace and love to every single human being in the heart. It is time. It is time to let go what it doesn't help us anymore. Any emotion that we have accepted as our own individuality, identity, we can create a new one. It is a matter of choice that you want to create what identity, and what identity you wanted to create to yourself. What will be your choice in this moment? What will be your choice of the life experience that you want to create? If you will feel worthy and loved and supported and protected, what kind of life you will bring to yourself? What choices would you make? So thinking in all that and feeling those emotions, what you really want to create to yourself, bring it all in your memory and bring it all in your own emotions, so you can anchor those energies of your own desires, of your own choices, with infinite love and of the Creator. It is done, it is done, it is done. Mayarakira yokura maka. Ashamala kirama. Aramakura kujika makura maka. Ayera kajika shumura kuga kumama. Aira maira kuka kira makira mama. Aramakara jekira kuma jira jira mama. Breathe it in. Aramakara Jarka. Stay in your own power and accept your own power, that it is yours, that is being yours for the millennium. Aramakara Jarakurama. Arakayera Karakama. Oh Rama Yera Simayra. Haramikira Kaka. Yeramikira Yakurama. Aramayera Urama. Ora Makara. Ora Ragua. With all the love of source and energy and your guides and your higher self. Breathe it in. We recommend to drink a lot of water, like my other sisters have mentioned. These energies are going to start sinking in, slowly and softly. We thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving yourself and for accepting the beautiful being that you already are. With love and light, we sign off. Do you guys have something else would you like to add?
Just remember to be gentle with yourselves when things get intense, because no one's ever going to love you the way you love you, even though we receive it from others. The love that we hold for ourselves is really, truly the greatest love. So, thank you.
We are love. Aroha mai, aroha nui. Biggest heart, love. Like one droplet of water that can communicate to all. I am love, you are love, I witness you, I see you. Thank you to these beautiful beings here, all of you, all of us. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you everybody for being here. This was amazing to be around all of you and all the beings that came through today.
Yes.
We thank them all. And thank you for being you. Don't forget that you are special, that you are needed in this moment, in this timeline, in this second. Honor you first. Thank you.